I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come. Oh.
Has she gone or is she here? Kathleen Kennedy's employment status is queer. It's really ready to go. Okay, stuttering! Okay, stuttering! Okay, stuttering! Take me by the hand, take me by the hand, okay, take me by the hand, take me by the hand, okay, he, him, they, them, he, him, they, them. Some people just call me Fluffy. Me by the hand. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, what the fuck is he wearing? It's not Halloween. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fucking sizzling. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, my God, I'm bending the head. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, oh my God, like yeah. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, hey darling, you can smile more. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, that's what we fucking do. Fuck off! Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Yeah, she is all gangrenous. That's cute, you massive fucking soy cock. He, him, they, them. Superficial bollocks. He, him, they, them. Spider monkey fucker. Some people just call me Fluffy. Holy shit. Yard, 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 yard. It's Captain Gay. Yes, of course it's Captain Gay. Yard, 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 yard. It's really ready to go. Here's some Hollywood horse bitch. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, kitty fuck. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fucking sizzling. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, I'm gonna make wad your main balls. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, oh my God, like yeah. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, beat him into submission. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, yada 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 yada. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, you got me. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, so fucking crazy. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fuck off. Fire, fire, big pants flyer. One of them. So that went well. Let's move on. She's like, it's oh look, what a coincidence. God damn, I hate this thing. I can't say the word tampon. Who fucking... Hi, everyone! Now that we've got the demonetization out of the way, we can have a proper show, you know? So, Ocean Man returns to start the show off. It's just the way it is. I'd like to quickly address something before we start. There was no Eurovision Song Contest stream last night. I apologize. I had diarrhea.
if you just want the nitty gritty, if you don't want it all dressed up in flowery speech, I had diarrhea. I ate something. I ate some sausages yesterday. I had some sausages. I think the sausages might have just been slightly passed. I don't know, but I also had a little bit of tomato ketchup, so it could have been the tomato ketchup that was off date. But I was glued to the toilet, and so I ended up going to bed early in an effort to see if it was some sort of bug. Had I got a bug, a 24-hour bug? Was I coming down with something? And I went to bed. I woke up today. Japanese pen. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. So I've just eaten about half an hour ago. It's the first thing I've eaten all day. If I have to nip off, you know what's going on. So I think, like I said, I think it was either the sausages or maybe the little bit of tomato ketchup I had with them. I'm not gonna. If I feel the need to fart on stream, this is gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen.
It's really ready to go.
That gives me 4.5 minutes. That gives me 4.5 minutes to get to the toilet, to make a withdrawal, to clean up, get back, change the underwear. I'm not taking no risks. Because last night I took a risk. I thought, am I just gassy? So I tried to like force a fart. I was like, oh! Nurse! Paper! And then it was a, can we get to the toilet in time? It was like Mission Impossible, but with diarrhea. So I had to run up to the stairs quick. I could feel things happening. And then it was just, yeah, I mean, we're demonetized, who cares? And I'm gross, so I don't care. It was piss out my ass. Piss out my ass. So I was literally sat on the toilet, and we're talking half an hour away from I was about to open up the stream for Eurovision, and I was just like, no, sir. No. So there was a little, sorry folks, not gonna be able to stream tonight. I'm too busy pissing out my ass. As his wonky eyebrows says, cool story, bro. Mm-hmm. That was pretty cool. True story. Truer than anything that DSP's ever told. Do I stand up? No, I have no legs. In actual fact, from about 2 inches here downwards, nothing. There's nothing. There's a box. There's a box on this chair, and then my torso just gets placed on the box, and I literally get around the house just through crawling. It's really too much information. Sharing is caring, is it not? So yeah, I gotta, you know. So when I say piss out my ass, I mean my torso, obviously, you know. So that's how that goes down. Hey, Mr. Streamer, who sits down when you're on the computer, do you have legs? Yeah, because most streamers, you know, they'll stream with their fucking legs up in the air. You know, they'll stream with one leg here and one leg there. Hey, everyone! Just about to start my Zelda stream today. As ever, my legs are up here, so you can see that I got legs, okay? Oh. This Thursday, this coming Thursday, the 18th of April, might be a Carl Benjamin, Nick Ricada, heel versus babyface hobby stream. I say hobby stream because all of my 40k stuff is in the storage. So they're going to be cracking open some 40k stuff. And then I'm going to be building the Lego Rivendell set and seeing if I can dodge demonetization from YouTube for having those two lovely gentlemen. Hey, Streamlabs has got a new thing now. Can I do this? Yes! Can I go through? Yes! Bloody hell, about time! StreamYards now has a separate tab that I can access any of your supers and memberships. Without you having to just be on without vanishing. We'll get to those later. Here, look. I just I picked at the top of my head here, right? I'm not having it. We're getting the pen out. Look at that, you see? Look at that. Where's it gone? It's magic. Look, where's it gone? It's magic. Where's it gone? Actually, let's squeeze to get some of the. Let's paint my head. Where's it gone? Woo! Vanished. Go on. It's gone. Hey, while we're here. Hold on, have I got to go back here? Oh, it doesn't show gifted subs, though. It doesn't show gifted subs. Brian just gifted 5 memberships to the stream. Not subs, memberships. Doesn't show the gifted memberships. Come on, StreamYard. You're so close to getting something right. Got myself my cup of tea, afternoon tea with Az. Cup of tea in here. This is the biscuit flavor Yorkshire tea. Smells like beautiful buttery biscuit bases. Smells so good. Oh yeah. Delicious. I'm gonna. It's not Mother's Day here in the UK. We have our Mother's Day in March. No, don't put sugar in my tea. No, don't put sugar in my coffee either. No. Tastes delicious. I was going to say something. Yes! 6 p.m. tonight, UK time. So just over 3 hours from now, we're going to have Sunday Fun Day, and we're going to be playing Generation Zero Sunday Fun Day. And on my community tab on the old YouTubes. Oh, what the? Oh well. It's not showing memberships anymore. Well done, well done, well done, StreamYard. You. Oh, there you go. Tea and toys. Yeah. Now it's not showing any more memberships. It's okay. I've got them here. I've got them here on the other tab. Don't fret. Don't fret. So yeah, tonight, Sunday Fun Day, in just over 3 hours from now. Myself, Jane Theory, X-Ray Girl, and Quarter Black Garrett, QBG. We will be playing 4-player multiplayer Generation Zero. And there is, now I've got my train of thought back, there is a community post, a vote, a poll up on my community tab on the old YouTubes. Tomorrow, do you want to see more Generation Zero single player from myself? Or boobs? Not boobs. I'm not showing you boobs. Or do we crack out the OLED Zelda Legend of Whispering Time Wind? I don't even know what it's called, the game, the sequel. Or do we crack open the latest Zelda game and stream that? All I got to do is run an HDMI from that to the monitor and then stream. I think so anyway. So let me just pop you back. Pad is currently using charge. What is it called? I don't know. So those are a couple of options for you there for tomorrow in the old game. As ever, because I said, which do you want to see? Do you want to see the new Zelda or the new Generation Zero? Everyone voted for completely different fucking games in the comments section. So far, there's been 2,200 votes. Generation Zero has 20%. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom has 80%. Zelda is a little bit ahead right now. Little bit ahead. There we go. So it looks like a little bit of Zelda. If we can get it going. It all depends on whether or not I can get these going. Yeah, I'll have a word with X-Ray Girl how she does hers. Because I'll be able to put it on the monitor. Oh, I might not be able to do it. Oh, whoopsies. Unless I get the capture card in. Unless I get this in tomorrow. Unless I get this ready tomorrow. Might not be able to do that. Whoopsies. All gone. Delish. Yeah, the poll is on the community tab on the front page of my YouTube channel. Let's get rid of that. Good win for Palace yesterday. We're in a fight. We're in a fight for 11th, 12th, and 13th spots, really. I think. We gotta be looking at Chelsea. Chelsea have got a game in hand over us and a better goal difference. But Chelsea's last 3 matches, I believe, are Man City, Man United, and then Newcastle. I think they're Chelsea's final 3 matches. Our final 3 matches, we're away to Fulham next week. And then we're home to Nottingham Forest on the final day. So Chelsea they've got a tougher run in than we have. I think Man City are going to win the league. I think Man City. I think Arsenal blew it. Arsenal blew it. And I think Man City are winning at the moment. I think they're beating Everton at the moment. Yeah, 2-0. Man City are 2-0 up at Everton. And Everton, they're going to be in a scrap against Leeds and Leicester. If Leicester can win their game in hand, do Leicester play later today? Yeah, tomorrow. Leicester are at home to Liverpool tomorrow. And judging by Liverpool's form this season, who knows? Just who fucking knows? To be honest with you. But if Leicester win their game in hand, they knock Everton back down into the relegation spots. Yeah, I mean, Arsenal had it. They had it in the bag. They had it in the bag and they choked. They absolutely choked. Yeah, we're talking about volley hockey. We're talking about volley hockey. But Southampton are gone. They are officially relegated. Got relegated yesterday. See you later. And so really, the battle is Leicester, Leeds, Everton, and Forest. That's really the battle for relegation. So who knows? Forest might put up an almighty scrap on the final day of the season if they need something to survive. So we've got to be careful because we're not technically fighting for anything other than consolidating 12th, hopefully maybe pushing to 11th. Fulham have got nothing to fight for. They really don't have anything to fight for other than 9th spot. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed Fulham don't turn up next week and we can maybe take advantage of that. We'll see. But it's a good win for us yesterday. We wiped the floor with Bournemouth. Bournemouth, I don't think, had a shot on target the whole match. And we should have won that 3 or 4-0. But we won it 2-0. Clean sheet. Great home win. Easy. 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 He's the man. He's the man. Any other sports you'd like me to commentate on and give my opinion on? Man City to win the league. Here we go. Man City to win the league. My predictions of relegation. Obviously, Southampton are gone. I'm going to predict Leeds are going to go. I think the bottom three are how it's going to end at the minute. I think it's going to be Southampton, Leicester, and Leeds are going to be the relegated teams. And next season, Palace are going to win the league. They're going to win the league. I don't know if I should show this video. I think I'm going to show this video. Okay, I think I'm going to show this video. But I do it out of love. Let's just get an IQ 9000 take here, shall we?
Transgender bathrooms, if you're worried about them, I just want to know one thing. Which bathroom do you go to in your house?
Let me just answer that question for you. I only have one bathroom in my house. So I go in and I use that one bathroom that I have in the house. Let's carry on.
You mean all the genders in your house and everybody who visits your house, they all go to the same one?
Yes. Male, female, because there's only 2 genders. The males and females that come into my house, yeah, they all go into the same bathroom. We all use the same bathroom, yeah.
So I thought y'all were pretty clear on men's versus women's. Like, worry.
They got me. They got me. They got me. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, you're missing one vital point of information here. We don't all piss at the same time in the fucking toilet. There's not cocks and ginies shifting all over the same bowl at the same time. Oh. Good try. Good try. Good try, though. Good try. Oh. Good try. I know. My bathroom's boring. I know. My bathroom sounds really boring, not gonna lie. I know. Call me old-fashioned. It's just me. So because I was in bed last night, and because I was tummy pooley, diarrhea, because I was hot acidic diarrheaing, as the doc would say. I went to bed and I just fell asleep. Immediately. I didn't even get to see the Eurovision Song Contest. I didn't even get to see it. I have no idea who won. I think it was Sweden. I think somebody said Sweden might have won. So I lied to you. I think I might have an idea who won. I have no idea. I don't know how many points the UK got. Le Royaume-Uni. I don't know where we ended I didn't hear any songs. I have no idea. I did see a lot of men in dresses. I did see a lot of tweets of men in dresses. That's what I did see. So, maybe time has come. Who knows? Reet, should we go through some of these super duper square-ups from Tuesday? And then we'll go into, I'll do a few, and as ever, because it's a square-up, we'll do a few. And then there's something else I'd like to bring up. Something else that I'd like to go through. Hey, Pookie. Oh, hi. She don't give a shit about me today. I gave her a treat earlier. I gave her favorite treat sticks earlier, okay? She licked it, she nibbled at it, and then she just left it on the floor and walked off. Her favorite treat stick. I have never known Belle to turn down a treat. Never. Hey, Pookie. Belle. Hello. Shit. Oh, I'd murder from Mr. Kipling's right now. Oh, French fancy. Yes, please. A Mr. Kipling, I would fuck a tramp's arsehole from Mr. Kipling's apple pie. I'd start a hobo's derriere from Mr. Kipling's cherry bakewell. Oh. Ooh-wee. Oh, by the way, actually, before we go into that, we got time. It's just you and me. That's all this. Hey. This stream's just you and me. It's just you and me. Nobody else. Just you and me. Take your clothes off. Hey, it's just you and me. It's just you and me. It's just you and me. So anyway, right. So yes, so I go and with the drop of this new Zelda game, I say to myself, okay, this is a chance This is a chance to treat myself to the OLED. I haven't got the OLED Switch. So I thought this is a chance to treat myself to the OLED Switch. So I buy the Kingdom of Tears of Heaven Zelda edition. You know, very nice. It arrives here yesterday. I'm like, ooh, excellent. Let's get this charged up. Let's transfer my profile from one Switch to the other Switch. And then let's play a little bit of Zelda. You know? Let's play a little bit of Zelda. Let's see how it is. Let's see how we like it. Do we like it? I don't know. I don't know, because they didn't fucking bring the game with it. I thought it had the game with it. It didn't have the game with it. It's just the Zelda console. So I'm looking in the box. I'm just like, oh, the game must be in the box. And then when there's no game in the box, I'm like, oh, well, the game must be loaded onto the Switch. Wait. Then I see that, right, look at that. Look at that. No game included. So I had to go order the fucking game, didn't I? I know, I didn't read the fine print. I know. Stupid me thinking that the Zelda edition Switch came with the fucking Zelda! I even looked. I even looked on the website, and I couldn't even see where it said on the website, game not included. I couldn't even see that. I couldn't even see that. So I ordered the game yesterday. It's going to arrive today between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. So I'm going to be doing Sunday Fun Day anyway, so it's okay. Then I'm going to go into my bedroom tonight. No. And I'm going to have a little look. I'm going to have a little look-see. Going to have a little look-see. See what I think. Going to have a little look-see. I just gotta pwn somebody. There you go. Let's do the stupid laughing emojis that people put when they're assholes. No, I'm tweeting that. Guardians of the Galaxy. Ryan did a video. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 has insane hold week after week opening weekend. I put a tweet out yesterday. The Friday to Friday. So the first Friday to the second Friday, the drop off is 67%. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. There's no competition. So I said it's gonna win the weekend. There's no competition. So it's just a fact. the projected hold this week, or the projected drop, is going to be around 50 something percent, because the Friday, of course, will incorporate the Thursday takings. So the Saturday and Sundays will have a better hold, but the Friday to Friday is just a factual 67% drop. That's just a fact. And then at the end of, so someone's like, even Ryan knows Az is talking utter bollocks. Laughy smiley face. Laughy smiley face. So I just put Friday to Friday drop is a 67%. That's just a fact. So shove that passive aggressive, so shove that up your passive aggressive arsehole. Smiley laughy face. Smiley laughy face. Smiley laughy face. Smiley laughy face. Actually, I'm going to mute that person. All they do is put passive aggressive tweets. I hate Twitter. I hate Twitter. There you go. Now I'm never going to see one of your passive aggressive tweets again because you're an arsehole. There you go. Sandy, that is an amazing tweet, by the way. But in doing that, I've just seen Sandy Q's tweet. And it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So let's retweet Sandy's tweet. No, that's not. No, this is Leslie Headland feeding people. This is Leslie Headland. Let's go. Leslie Headland feeding women. To what even is a woman though? Really? To Harvey Weinstein. Let's do that. Let's do that. So, you know, I'm sorry that facts hurt your feelings. I'm sorry that they do. Let's just bring it up. Let's just bring it up. Here we go. Let's bring the numbers up. Let's go into here. Let's bring it up. Let's show. Let's show. Let's show. Let's show. Let's show. There we go. Friday to Friday is a 67% drop. That is just a fact. Just a fact. We've yet to get official word on the Saturday and Sunday. They're projecting it's going to do a 60 million weekend, which will be a drop off of 50 something. So is that better than Ant-Man? Yeah, but Ant-Man was the biggest pile of dog shit. Is this going to hit 700 million that it needs to break even? That's just a fact. Fact. That's just a fact. FAX. That's just facts. 67% drop. That's what it is. 67% drop Friday to Friday. That's just facts. So it's going to have this week without competition. Obviously, this is going to drop. Let's give this. Let's just play nice. Let's say this drops 50% this week. Let's say that drops 50% this week. It'll do roughly around 20 million during the week. So let's say it does 20 million during the week. Let's give this another 45 million. So let's add on a domestic of 20 plus 45, 65. So that goes to, let's just say, for argument's sake, 230 domestic. With maybe, say, 300 international. So that's going to be about 530 worldwide. Okay? Yeah? About 500, yeah. 80 plus, yeah. Let's say about 520. Let's say about 520 worldwide. That's when Fast and the Furious 10 comes out. Then Fast and the Furious 10 comes out. then what do you think's going to happen to the takings then? Do you think they're going to hold the way they've been holding? I don't think so. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. So it's got to make another 180 million to even break even after that. And that's just, you know, speculative figures here. So good luck, you know? Good luck, because from after that, you know, you got a good hold week. You don't have any competition. You got no competition during the week, but then you got Fast 10. And then what happens after that? What happens after the Fast 10 starts to... Then we've got the whole June. I mean, I don't mean D-U-N-E. I mean J-U-N-E. We got the whole of June coming, which has all kinds of stuff coming out. We got The Little Mermaid. But that'll do money. Because Disney live action, regardless of how crap they are, they do money. We've got The Little Mermaid. We've got The Flash. The Batman starring Flash. We've got Indiana Jones. And I think there's another film as well. I think there's another one which I can't remember off the top of my head. So, Transformers, that's it. Transformers. There's Transformers, Flash, Little Mermaid, Indiana Jones. So, after the no competition at the cinema drops, Guardians is going to be in a really tricky spot. It's going to be in a really tricky spot. My feelings on the film, I thought it was meh, you know? I didn't think it was crap. I didn't think it was great. I thought it was meh. There's a lot of issues with the film, and it had interspersions of fun. But me and my friend, we both left the cinema thinking it was meh. Is it the best thing since Endgame? Not including Spider-Man, because that's a Sony film. Is it the best thing from Marvel since Endgame? Yes. What does that say? It says that everything that's come after Endgame, not Spider-Man, has been absolutely fucking terrible. Hey, if you want to go watch it again, go watch it again. I'm not stopping anyone from watching it. I'm not stopping anyone from liking it. I'm just giving my honest opinion, which is what I do. That's what I do. But Mauler doesn't like it either, and he likes The Last of Us TV show, so I don't know. Gary liked it. I didn't. Well, I thought it was meh. Mauler hated it. I thought it was meh. Gary liked it. We've got to stop this echo chamber. We've got to stop the echo chamber, folks. Stop the echo chamber. Hey, did you see the Doctor Who teaser trailer? What did you think? What did you think? It looked very serious, didn't it? It looked very serious. All of it looked very serious. We'll see. We'll see. Right, let's go through some supery duperies. Now that I had to explain to somebody what a fact was on Twitter. What a fact. A F-A-X facts are on Twitter. Mo Flow 3D with a 50 Danish says, good to see they based the new Little Mermaid on the bronze statue of her. Okay. Enoch Mamon with a $2 says, correction, a new sub if dad figures out how to sub. Oh, well, if your father is trying to subscribe to YouTube, depending on the age of your father, that could be, you know, we could be in all sorts of trouble here. Nolly with a $20 says, so as I went to check who Grace Randolph was, unlucky, and saw that Meg 2 The Trench is coming out, And judging by the trailer, there's going to be giant sharks, giant squid, dinosaurs, Jason Statham. It's El Retardo, and I love it. I've not seen The Meg. I've not seen the first one. Is it any good? Because I'm all for it. I'm all for a dumb film that's fun, not dumb and rubbish like a Marvel movie. Dumb and fun is what I want. Dumb and fun is great. So is The Meg worth seeing? Should I go see The Meg? Should I go watch The Meg? Joey Fouts with a $5 says, didn't know Razor was on the unauthorized TV with Owen Benjamin. That's awesome. None did I. The Meg was good. It was awfully dumb. The Meg was fun. Statham's always worth watching. I agree. I do like a Jason Statham film. Silent Bob with a $5 says, hey all, have you heard about the Steelworks comic Michael Dorn is writing for DC? No, but it's DC, so it's likely going to be utterly crap. I like Michael Dorn, don't get me wrong, but it's DC, so it's going to be woken shit. I just realized I've moved all the toiletries into the bathroom. We could have had toothbrush time, but I put them all in the bathroom. Empty for €2 says David Bowie is Adam Warlock. Make it happen. David Bowie, not Bowie. Bowie, excuse me. There might be an issue there. Adam Warlock's already been cast. Magnum North with a $20 says, all I want is Hayley Atwell's Jubblies. Don't we all? She certainly has got a set on her. Thoughts on fitness with a £5 says Razor. You have supplanted the mighty Alex Cox in your appreciation and analysis of that first love genre, the Western. Your approved list is the GOAT. Yeah. Emperor Creatine with a $5 says, we was Kang and shits. Yes. By the way, the Rotten Tomatoes scores are all back. The terrible shows. They're all back now. Even if the website is a bit broken. Wow, the website's broken at the moment. The Rotten Tomatoes website is currently broken. Can I do it through this way? Can I do this? Yes. Now then, The Last of Us TV show was garbage. It was garbage. Absolute garbage. Here we go, folks. Cleopatra coming at ya. The reviewers don't want to review it. There's only been 8. And we know why reviewers don't want to review something. Because they know that if they review it, they would have to say it's shit. And they don't want to say that. So they just don't review it. Because critics have no integrity at all. None. Because they're no longer critics. They're number 1, activists. And number 2, access media. Gone is the time when critics actually had respect and integrity. Audience score 2%. The critics that did review it, 13%. Oof. That was a big oof. Yeah, it's actually doubled its score. It went from 1% to 2%. But this is after 1,000+ ratings. I just watched it. It was so bad. All I could do is laugh and cry because how inaccurate it was. They made Cleopatra the 7th a warrior first. First of all, she wasn't a warrior. And also, I forgot how many times they said their opinion and ideas about how Cleopatra the 7th, when it's supposed to be historically accurate. Yep. Brandon with a 4-star. Not nearly as bad as a lot of people have made it out to be. I like the balance of historical commentary. But it wasn't historical commentary. It was opinion. It's a documentary that was given opinion, not historical. Okay. Enacted dramatizations that brought the history to life. This guy's a troll. This guy's a troll. And he knows it. Absolute dribble. It's drivel, not dribble. Dribbles when you kick a ball around very close to your feet. Dribbling. It's drivel. Okay. 5-star. Loved it. Glad to see it from this perspective. Wait. Whoa. Can we just unpack this for a second, please? Can we just unpack this? What perspective is it that you're talking about? Because we're talking about historical facts. Historical facts have a singular perspective. Fact. That's its perspective. You might as well just put 5. Look, dude, you should have just put 5 stars. Loved it. Was great fiction. There you go. That's fine. That's fine. Holy shit, we've got a 5-star and a 4-star, and it's still got only a 2%. Okay. If you like bad acting, this is your thing. They made Caesar submissive to Cleopatra. Have you seen their statues? Cleopatra's family wasn't even a beautiful family. Oopsies. 5-star. To begin with, I consider myself an African queen who is forced to live in and amongst the YouTubes, I don't know, of this country that formerly enslaved my people. Oh. Brilliant. Documental? Yeah. Worst acting I've ever seen. History and fantasy shouldn't get mixed in a documentary. Correct. YTs. Oh, YTs. Gotcha. Gotcha. YTs. That's how you. Yeah. Gotcha. See, I am a really bad racism. I'm a really bad one. I don't even know what YTs are. I do not understand how this is a documentary. It is a fictional drama, historically inaccurate. There you go. Cleopatra doing really well. On Rotten Tomatoes. Okay. Matthew Hammond with the $5 says it felt like Guardians of the Galaxy was shot out of order. Well, most, in all fairness, most films and TV are filmed out of order. and the actors were not told how they should respond in certain situations. Dark Blade or Dark's Blade with a $5 said, gamer, inverted commas, Gary, check out the Guardians of the Galaxy PlayStation 4 game if you want to see James Gunn style Adam Warlock and others done correctly. The Grizzly with a $50 says, half the reason I don't watch movies anymore is that they're all 3.5 hours long, while most movies can't justify being over 2 hours and 20 minutes. I don't know what's up with studios being unable to just allow movies to have good pacing. I know. Just good pacing. Can we just have some good pacing, please? It's not hard. It's not hard. Get rid of that. Nolly with a $2 says, well, back to work for me. Cheers all. See ya. Jake Hunt. I know your brother, Mike. With a $10 says, when is a colored Ghost of the Badlands being released? I think it's one of the stretch goals. Well, if you're talking about Razor Fist's Book, I think they're doing a colored version. I said colored version as part of the stretch goals. I think. I'm pretty sure. Magna North with the $5 says, that's the Grundle screen. I love it when you've done a stream and then several days later you read the super chat and you've got no context of what it is anymore. Anyway, Xianhu with a $14.29 says, taking a breather between stories also offers a chance to hear from the audience and discover what was liked and what wasn't. Not that they would these days. Hezbollah Hezbollah Magomedov. No. Hezbollah Magomedov. Hezbollah Magomedov. Oh, by the way, right. If you say colored person, that's not acceptable anymore. Okay? That's apparently a not acceptable term. You're not allowed to say colored person anymore. However, you can say person of color. Corporate said it's the same phrase. There's absolutely no difference between the two. There's no difference between colored person and person of color. Aye. Gary's beard crabs, ew, with a $5 says, Mauler, other than the finale, what was the best episode of Angel and why is it smile time? Alcatraz to S299 with a $2 says, Razor, thoughts on Gunslinger Spawn's new design? It's all right. There you go. There you go. See ya. Vet Talking with a $10. Tombstone just had the first annual Wild West Paracon this past weekend. I did a 4-hour ghost hunt live stream and saw tons of crazy stuff. You should all look into that next year. No. Because you're full of shit. Hey, appreciate the super chat. Appreciate the super chat. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing that during the con they managed to find loads of Lance with a $10 says, I'm here to cause controversy. Since you've got Razor Fist and Mauler in the same room, ask Razor which alien movie ruined the alien. Spoiler alert, it's Aliens. Nah, it's not. Nah, it's not. Mortem. You do realize there's nothing, you're not here to cause controversy. You do realize people are allowed different opinions than each other. Muller and I have lots of different opinions about films and TVs. Lots. And we're really good friends. And we don't just speak during streams. We talk out of streams and have an actual friendship. You are allowed to disagree with people. M. Mortem with a $5 says, I've read the Little Mermaid script. The Little Mermaid had to change skin to go to the surface to California to apply for reparations. Interesting script. Topek 899 with a €10. Hi, Gary. You should give us a list of what BD you like. Thorgal, Landfirst. On the side, an interesting Western BD, probably untranslated, is Durango. You should take a look at it. Durango. Boobs. After the... Okay. Andrew Odette with a $2 says, shout out to George for sticking it to Matt Walsh. Shout out. Yeah, I mean, shout out. Always the shout out to George. George is a lovely guy. Always props to people who defend pop culture. To people that defend pop culture, doesn't matter what side you're up against. I mean, as I've stressed myself, I think the left and the right, the far left and the right, just as bad as each other. The left want to destroy pop culture by usurping it, and the right don't give a shit about pop culture but want to complain about it. So, yeah, anyone defending pop culture, props. Matt Walsh has been waffling on about violent video games. Violent video games should be banned. Well, how about you get the parents to control the fucking children, you know? Because the video games that are violent usually come with an 18 certificate. So if your parents are allowing you to purchase the game shop shouldn't even be selling them. But if the parents are buying them for the kids, then that's just bad parenting. You know? That's just bad parenting. Also, if you're unable to distinguish between fantasy and reality, then video games are probably not for you. And you should probably check yourself into a facility for help. Albatross with a $2. Captain Emeritus. I'd watch that. Brightest Day with a $2. Shame the writer's strike doesn't apply to tweets. Well, yeah, because that's all the writers do. That they're just on Twitter all day anyway, regardless of whether or not they're meant to be on strike. I trimmed the old beard yesterday. I trimmed it down. Okay. Can't do anything about that. Stealth Creations with a $5. Scarlett Johansson has them beat. She's been on strike since Black Widow. Ayo! Yeah, but she got a massive payout from Disney for that. High King Feanor with a $5 says the Fellowship has voted if it's okay with Mauler Would he use his wonderful voice to read Tolkien's Doom of Mandos? Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Euler's Workshop with a $5 says Sideshow was selling prints done by IG artists that were literally just filters over stills from Clone Wars in the films. Pissed me off. Oopsies. Western of 487 with a $5 says Mauler, watched your appearance on the Salt Nerd podcast. Reminded me to finish Buffy. Just finished season 4. Andrew Monpetit with a $5 says, wait, so if Indy is bad for doing all the things he did in the only Indiana Jones movie that exists, the first 3, what are they going to do in Phoebe's movies? Nothing, because they'll never get made. They will never, ever get made. That's the answer. And then Andrew Monpetit with a part 2 for another $5 says, if they're vilifying Indy for everything he did, surely they can't make her a hypocrite for doing the same things he did, right, guys? Let's just play devil's advocate. Let's just play devil's advocate. Phoebe Waller-Bridge can do exactly what Indiana Jones is doing, but she will say, I'm doing it for the good of society, and people will just go, fine. Indiana Jones, now bad, white man bad, steal artifact from country. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, though, she'll take the stolen artifact or the artifact, and then she'll give it to the president of the country or whatever. And then that president, who is corrupt as fuck, will then sell it to a private seller, and it will go in their collection, never to be seen again. Because these people are dumb. And they don't understand the unbelievable corruption that goes on in governments around the world, particularly when it comes to antiquities. Don't get me started. Sandy, get started. Get started. I am tired. I am tired of living in a fucking world where people are dumb as fuck. Or at least perceive them, at least have the perception of being dumb and ignorant and stupid when they know exactly what's going on. Because it's all for optics. That's all that matters now. Optics. Optics matter. Madman in the subway. Gonna harm people. Get subdued before he can harm people. Madman is hero, and people who subdued him are murderers. Optics. I wonder why that is. I wonder why that is. I wonder why that is. You remember there's a phrase. There's a term of phrase that's used. And it's used when somebody is exceedingly attractive, but they're rotten inside. And it's called, and you've heard it all. You've heard this. Beauty is skin deep. That phrase, as you all know, but I'm gonna still explain it. That phrase, as you all know, means that inside of a person is what counts. And the superficial visage doesn't mean anything. Somebody can look as pretty as they could look like the most gorgeous woman, the most handsome of men. But that is only a superficial trait, is how we look. It's the content of our character that counts. We are living in a world that is obsessed with skin. Period. Particularly its pigmentation. And it doesn't permeate deeper into the content of that person's character anymore. Because optics won't allow that. Because virtue signaling won't allow that. So now the people who are saying judge somebody by the content of their character and not the color of their skin, which means regardless of the color of their skin, white, black, fucking purple, magenta, burnt sienna, indigo, it doesn't matter. The color of that person. What matters is what's inside. The content of their character. And we're living in a world that says no to that. We're living in a world that says judge somebody by the color of their skin and not the content of their character. We're living in bizarro world, folks. We're living in bizarro world. It's sad. And it's unfortunately a reality. Stealth Creations with a $10 says, Jesus, all this talk of historical DNC whitewash is exhausting. I'm out to the watering hole. Oh, it's Chelsea Clinton with a long face and buck teeth. She's a pushing them child vaccinations. Oh boy. Do you know someone else who is pushing vaccinations and pushing masks? The new CEO of Twitter, who also just so happens to have a seat with the WEF, and who, by the looks of his interview with her, Elon Musk seems diametrically opposed to, and yet he appointed her the CEO of Twitter. Welcome to new Twitter. Now WEF stamped and approved. Oh boy. Brightest Day again with a $2 says Kiss the Girls retitled Consent is Key. I mean, I don't care about The Little Mermaid in as much as I hate Disney. I've always hated Disney. I've always hated Disney products, film. I've never cared about it. I mean, I care about what they do to disrupt pop culture, but I've never liked Disney movies, supported them, etc. Do you understand how men and women get together? I mean, you know, most of us will have a rough idea. You meet somebody, normally there's a physical attraction. 99.99% of the time, there's a physical attraction. You lock eyes with somebody and you're suddenly like, ooh, I like a bit of that. They like a bit of that. And so what do? Do you just stand there and do nothing? Do you just wait for them to go, thanks, I'm pregnant now, we're having a child, from across the room? No. One of you has to make the move to speak to the other person. Most of the time, not all, most of the time, society has left that up to the man. The man goes up to the woman and, hey, hi, I'm such a, do you want to, can I buy you a drink at all? This is all courtship. This is all courtship. If the woman says, no, I'm okay, thanks. I'm waiting for my boyfriend. No problem. No problem. You made an attempt, you know, you saw somebody, you thought maybe, you went up there, you asked, oh, got a boyfriend, no problem. Or you might get the reply of, I can't, we're just about to go to another nightclub, but we're going to be at such and such later. If you hop in there. Oh, yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know what we're doing yet, but, you know, if I see you in there, I'll see you in there. Okay, it's left open. It's left open. You know, she's saying, I can't, but if you go to another nightclub, maybe. Or she could turn around and go, yeah, thanks. Now, does that mean that she just wants a drink and nothing else? Of course it doesn't. Does it mean that she wants to have sex with you? Of course it doesn't. What does it mean? It means that she's saying, I'll have a drink and let's see if we can have a conversation. Let's see if there's anything here. Might just be fun. You know? Maybe she just thinks you're fit and she's wondering how big your cock is. Or she could be thinking, you know, oh, I'd like to get to know this person. And then you get chatting. And when you get chatting, you might find that you have absolutely nothing in common. You think she's pretty. She thinks you're handsome. But she's thinking, I got nothing with this guy. Or you could be thinking, I've got nothing with this girl. And so one of you, most likely her, but one of you will probably go, oh, I got to get back to the girls now. Or you go, oh, I got to see what they're like. And no harm, no foul. You tried, nothing happened. Or you could spark up a conversation. Maybe the nightclub's not the best place for it. And you swap phone numbers and maybe drop a text. See if you go out on a date together somewhere where you're both not inebriated. Let's see what you like when you work sober together. Go somewhere that's a little bit quieter. You can have a little bit more peace time. Maybe a restaurant. Maybe a movie. Maybe just go out for a coffee in a shopping center, somewhere that's nice and open, lots of people around. And so if you go your own way, it's fine. It's not that embarrassing. It's fine. Maybe you're at that nightclub and you've had a couple of drinks together and you've been chatting and she's been laughing at your jokes and you've been interested in what she has to say and she's been attentive to what you've got to say, and the girlfriends that she came with, they're kind of doing their own thing. Maybe sometimes you say, what if I try and kiss her? Once upon a time, that was what we called making a pass at somebody. You'd make a pass. Now, you have to find the right time. You can't have her talking about how her grandfather's got cancer and then you shove your fucking tongue down her throat. That's not appropriate. But you kind of gauge when you have a kiss or when you should go in for a kiss, not by multiple different factors. How well the conversation's going. Are you maintaining a lot of eye contact together? Because when you're doing a lot of eye contact, that kind of says I'm into you. Is she slightly embarrassed by things? Is she slightly not embarrassed, but coy, a little bit coy? Are you moving closer together? Are parts of your body touching? Is your leg touching her leg? Is she okay with that contact? If your leg hits her leg, touches her leg, did she move it away? Okay. Or is she okay that maybe your two legs are these are things. This is how society's fucking worked for decades. Thousands of years. And so at some point, maybe you think, I'll go in for a kiss. Maybe I'll just go in for a kiss. You know? And we'll just see how that goes. Now, she might accept, she might reciprocate. But I don't think we humans have been around for millions of years, have we? We've been around for like tens of thousands of years. Well, depending on, you know, how I'm talking modern man. I'm not talking bonking a woman over the head with a stick and dragging her into a cave. But that is based as fuck. I'm just saying, that is based as fuck. But you could go in for a kiss. She could reciprocate. She might not reciprocate. She might just pull back and be like, not right now. You know? That's how it used to be. Nowadays, you can't fucking look at somebody without them crying. Rape! But believe it or not, there are countries in this world where that still goes on absolutely fine. And do you know what countries we're talking about as well? Countries that aren't on social media. Countries where people actually have conversations with each other face to face. Not go on Twitter with their amazing hot takes. So changing kiss the girls to consent is key is some intersectional dog shit. Do you remember when Rose Tico sexually assaulted Finn? Okay, let's carry on. Chris Michigan with a $5 says Han Solo could still be alive, as we have seen getting run through with a lightsaber is not fatal in Disney Star Wars. Neither is falling down a massive fucking shaft. Somehow the Emperor returned. Oh, fuck off. P.S. End the Fed. Stack silver. Nah, silver's worth. Drive-by commenter, sorry, with a $10 says, saw a thread from one of the striking writers. He blamed entertainment industry's over-reliance on corp marketing through the 90s to today for all the rehash, as opposed to relying on decent scripts. Hollywood isn't the only independent companies exist. Consent is key. If you're asking to fucking lube up your dick and shove it in her asshole, then maybe consent is fucking key then. But wanting to plant one on a woman that you've been flirting with and has been flirting back. I'm not talking about walking up to a fucking woman in the street who doesn't know you from Adam and planting a fucking snog on her. Even, look, let me briefly talk to you about romantic comedies. And I will be brief because we're already an hour and a half into the stream and I've got a stream again in 2 hours from now. And we're not even done with the super chats from Tuesday. Never mind the beautiful people who've super chatted today. But let me just briefly tell you about romantic comedies. A genre of films which are highly popular, more with women than they are with men. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Why? Because they tend to play into the fantasy of a woman being swept off her feet. It's a romantic ideal. Nothing wrong with that. Are they cheesy? More than likely. Are they over sentimental? More than likely. Are they unrealistic? More than likely. But it's actually an ideal, not a literal. It's an ideal of something that can happen. If romantic comedies or romance movies, Hallmark movies, let's just say romance, whether they be comedies or just romance. If 99% of those romantic movies were realistic, about 85% of the men in them would be arrested for stalking. And probably another 10% would be arrested for fucking murdering a suspect. Because these films are about an ideal of romance, an ideal of being swept off your feet, the man of your dreams, the ideal. So when you watch a film where there's a beautiful princess, or maybe there's a beautiful woman who was once a princess who's now dethroned, or there's a beautiful woman whose stepsisters are horrible to her and she has to do all the work around in the house, and a prince comes along and he falls in love with this woman. He sees that woman, and of course it's only a superficial at first. It's a superficial. And he falls in love with her beauty. Because in these films, the woman is beautiful because it's meant to be a symbolic beauty of the character of her, physically and internally. So when that prince, if the woman is incapacitated, when that prince plants a kiss on that beautiful woman and wakes her from her dream, her nightmare, her poisoning, or whatever it may be, it is a symbolic, romantic gesture. Consent is key. Consent is fucking... Shut your cunt mouth! Ideals are like morals. They're representative. These women, they're virtuous. They're beautiful and they're virtuous. How do we perceive their virtue? By how hard they work, and also that they don't take bukkake loads to the face every 10 minutes on fucking Tinder. These are all ideals. It's showing an idyllic romance blooming, developing. The Paladin with the $5 says, Razor Daily Wire did come out with a superhero movie starring Carrie Yules. It was not good and bombed. It was called The Hyperonians. Good luck. Andrew Monpetit with a $10 says, you can't win a culture war by writing off large swaths of it. Correct. Would be far better to have an open, receptive, and curious conversation to learn about culture rather than hard take declarations. That's why Benny Johnson, Benny Johnson comes across as a good guy. Does he know all about pop culture? No. Does he understand the importance of pop culture? Yes. So he asks a lot of questions. And he doesn't say them, he doesn't mean them in an argumentative way. He's asking because he's curious. Why does this mean so much to you? Why does that mean so much to you? What's the importance of this? Why does that matter? These are good questions. Not anime and video games devils work. Can't say why, but there you go. Sir Ubisan with a $2. What's everyone's favorite manga series so far? Manga. I don't read manga. So there you go. Darksblade with a $5. Punisher 89 had the best theme, full stop. They even reused it for Stallone's Dread movie trailer. Yeah, a lot of music like that's taken. Davey Verse with a £10 says they're doing Lollipop Chainsaw remake, praying they don't Resident Evil 4 it. Resident Evil 4 remake was great. Yes, it had. Yes, there was some missing content. Yes, you couldn't look up Ashley's skirt anymore. But Ashley was just as much into Leon in the remake as she was in the original. They just did it differently, more subtly. And by more subtly, I don't mean that you can't pick up on it. I mean, you could easily pick up on it. But she was very much into Leon. Even at the end, she did basically say to Leon, I could have you assigned to my detail. She isn't saying, I want you to just stay and protect me. She was saying, I want you my detail so we can fuck. But I never played the original. It was, what's she called? Niagri? Jessica Niagri or something. She got the gig as the live action model for it. She got the gig for the live action model of it, and I never played it, but who knows? It's current day, so you just don't know. Yiman218 with a $10 says restrictions are for creators to place upon themselves to create something different and challenging, not for some nebulous council in order to win some arbitrary vapid award. Yes. Yes. I think the Resident Evil 4 remake was fantastic. It really was. It really was excellent. I thought the game was excellent. I enjoyed the bits that they added. Yes, they, like I said, yes, they took stuff away. Maybe we'll get some of that stuff back in DLC. Who knows? Maybe they're using it so that the separate ways DLC is bigger than it was in the original. Maybe they're doing that. Who knows? And I've heard good things about the Dead Space remake as well. Do you know what wasn't good? Callisto Protocol. And that, ironically, was made by the people that made the original Dead Space. Yolanda with a £2 says, Razor, what are your thoughts on Blood Meridian? Yeah, it's great. Ferrets on the Rock with a $5 says, I met Jason Statham on the set of The Mechanic. Great guy. Much nicer than Aaron Eckhart, who I met on the set of Battle of LA. Yeah, we had a chat about that. Prodigy Music with a $5. Gary, make a mockumentary about X-Ray Girl coming on board at Nerdrotic called Attack of the Wok. Nope. Spooky Toaster with a £2 says, listen, pal, wind your neck in on the toaster insults. Aitken with a 3 Australia. The toasters are just trying to protect. Oh no, I've caught up. I've caught up. I'm onto the gaming stream now. I was like, what are they talking about? Toasters. I got onto the gaming stream. Okay, which means they're the rest of the super chats that were missed on the Real BBC on Tuesday. Thank you so much indeed for being patient and allowing me to do a super chat square up. Obviously, you guys are exceedingly generous, and I cannot thank you enough for your generosity. And it also means that because you are being so generous and we are trying to keep the conversation going and flowing on the Real BBC to hopefully entertain you, we just can't get through all the super chats in the stream and make the stream, viewable and watchable for as much as we can. So I really appreciate that you allow us to do Superchat Square-Ups like this, where we can actually spend the time and attention on the super chat that you gave, that you truly deserve. So thank you for that. Now then, let's get into today's stoof. Woo! And then I'm going to get myself another cup of tea after stream. And then I'll be back at 6 p.m. for Sunday Fun Day, which should be a good one. As what are your thoughts on the Doctor Who trailer? It looked fine. Apart from Donna's daughter. I'm so tired of this shit. I'm so tired of it. I'm so fucking tired of it. Other than that, everything else looked fine. It looked fine. Everything else looked fine. John Collins has become a member at the bard level. John, thank you. Empty with a €2 says, this is why. Actually, if I can do this. So I can do this as well now. Because I can cross-reference the streams. Empty with a €2 says, this is why Az is the best. Square-Ups. A up, fella. A up to you too. Az is one key eyebrow with a £2 saying, cool story, bro. When I gave my story about my diarrhea from yesterday. Brian McCann with a $2 says, toilet, bucket, poop. Something like that. Golden Age Geek with a £2 says, I had the same problem last weekend. I had it this weekend. Brian McCann then gifted 5 memberships to the stream. Thank you, Brian. And Ella has been a bard for 7 months. Thank you, Ella. For some reason, that didn't come up. Tea and Toys with a £2 says, hey, don't take over my tea and toys gimmick. Dude, you never had it to begin with. You never had it to begin. The Beast with a $5 says, aloha, brother. Day 28. No energy drinks. And my first 24 hours without a ciggy or a vape in 20 years. Thank you, brother, for being supportive. Remain blessed. Keep it going. Make that 24 hours, 48 hours. That's how you got to do it, dude. Make that 24 hours, 48. And then make that 48, 72. Okay? Keep one day at a time. Lord knows I had to do it one day at a time. Look where I am now in terms of days. Cliff3188 with a $5 says, Az just started watching right when you started to talk about your bumhole. I was pissing out my ass. I swear I got a flashback to when I was in the army having a similar conversation. Pissing out my ass. MJ with a $5. Get well soon, Az. Stay hydrated. Been away for a month. Just got back. Looks like we both lost weight this past month. Looking fine, Az. I'm 12 kilos down in 6 weeks. It's a start. I got a long way to go. But it's a start. Oh, okay. So Streamlabs will pick up new members, but it won't pick up existing members. Okay. Eddie Brock with a €6 says, did you ever watch the Y50 reboot back in 2010? As much as I hate Alex Kurtzman, it was one of the very few good shows he produced and worked on. I didn't know. I never did. I don't even know if we got it here in the UK, but I didn't. Iruga with a £5 says, "As are you going to be in All In? I got my ticket for Section 5. Looking forward to seeing you lot in September." I won't be there in September. I've said this before. I'm on a journey. I'm on a 2-year journey, so I won't be there. I'm making sure that people are aware. Very early doors. No, I've lost interest in AEW a lot. I've lost a lot. I didn't like the whole stuff going down with CM Punk. I didn't like the booking. The booking seems to have just gone to shit. There's very few storylines I was invested in. So I actually gave up. I gave up. I didn't have Sky die. I didn't have Sky. Die Dinks with a £1 Fiddy super sticker. Hot dog! Oh, hot dog. Vic Whiplash became a member at the Bard level. And Tommy Wicks also became a member at the Bard level. Thank you. And Jim has been a Bard for 12 months, 1 year. Thank you, Jim. Pirate Tomsky with a £10 says, "Literally just for a hobo asshole statement." True. It's true. From Mr. Kipling's apple pie. Fuck yeah. This never happened to the other fella for $50. Thank you. The Timeless Child was tantamount to defacing a classic work of art. Chibnall's hatred for this... Whoa. The BBC were fully supportive of what he was doing. The BBC were fully supportive of his destruction of the too white history of the Doctor. Go fuck yourself, BBC. Defund the BBC. If they want to make their woke shit, make them pay for it. Defund the BBC. Chibnall's and the BBC's hatred for this beloved character was chilling. Narratively, is there any way for the writers to navigate around this disaster, or will there have to be a reboot? We've said it before, time and time again. All they got to do is the Master lied. The Master lied. You just do a storyline where it all proves that I can't even remember, Doctor, whatever she was called, the Black Doctor woman. You just make her a version of the Master. It was all the Masters playing mind games with the Doctor. You just do something as base as that. Do you know who would care? Nobody. They just want this Timeless Children rid of. That's all you have to do. All you have to do. As with a £5 says, complains about corporation politics. I joined at the right moment. Have fun, Az. Waiting for the Zelda stream. I might not be able to do Zelda tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. But I might have jumped the gun with that one. We'll see. Grey Ghost with a $10. Morning, Az. The only reason I'm up this early in America land is because I reached over to pet my dog. Instead of feeling fur, I got a handful of dog poo in my hand. Now I'm in paranoid cleaning mode. Oh, dude. That is rough. No pun intended. Rough. That's rough. Look, I remember many years ago, it was winter here. We had big snow outside. This was when Belle would always go outside to do her business. Always. Now she's older. She wants to stay indoors. She doesn't like to go out much at all. Unless it's sitting on the front garden basking in the sun. But that's usually June, July time. I remember walking into the kitchen, and by the sink, we used to have just a mat. We used to have a mat because in case you got any splashback from the sink, the mat would get it and it just wouldn't get on the tile floor. The mat was brown, by the way. And I was walking barefoot in the kitchen, and I stood on the mat, and I stood right into a pile of cat shit. Belle didn't want to go outside to do her business because of the snow, so she had a shit on the mat, and I couldn't see it because it was brown. It was not a good day. That was not a good day. Not a good day. Magnum Norse with a $50. Thank you. Queen Cleopatra, my fat nuggets. I think we can all say she's definitely Netflix's Cleopatra. Very, very Netflix. How very Netflix of you, Netflix. Let's just have a quick look, Luke. See if it's in. See if it's in. See if it's in. Okay. So the Guardians figures are in, and I was really close. I was off by 8 million. Instead of a worldwide of 520, it's a worldwide of 528. So whereas the Friday to Friday, which is a fact, was a 67% drop off, the Saturday was only a 32% drop off. And the Sunday is a projected, because this is a projected figure for Sunday, a 41% drop off. So all in all, it had a drop off of 49% weekend to weekend, which is excellent. Again, no competition, but people still had to go and watch. But this is the fine next week, though. Next week's going to be the one, though. Next week's going to be the one. Not the coming week, the coming weekend, because that's when the start of all the other stuff comes out. So worldwide, currently 528. It needs another 170 approximately to break even. But you also remember Disney do like to move their money. So Disney will pay themselves for the licensing rights to stream Guardians of the Galaxy on Disney Plus. And they'll probably give themselves about 160, 150, 160 million dollars for that, which then they will put as money gained against the show, against the film. So there you go. Debris with a $10 says, for the demonetization, Ocean Man is worth it. It is fun doing an Ocean Man. Let's just see. Are we demonetized yet? Pricing left, not at the moment. It's not going to hold, though. It always gets demonetized if I play Ocean Man at the beginning. So currently, not at the moment, surprisingly enough. It will happen. Moobut became a member at the Bard level. Thank you, Moobut. I could actually douche. I can actually do you there. John Collins with a 22 Canadian. Thank you. Says, on the Palace, Celtic supporters transplanted to Canada. Celtic supporter, I should say, transplanted to Canada. They think I'm a New Zealander here too, so them's the breaks. We have the silent win, and they just make asses of themselves. Love you, Asman. Fucking scissoring for the win. June miniseries? I'd take a June miniseries. But then again, I enjoyed the first June movie. I'm looking forward to the sequel. Well, it's not a sequel. It's the second part. The second part. Magnum Norse with a $5 says, sorry to you, brother. Peace. For what? Sorry for what? I don't know what. But thank you. SJ Almighty with a £5 says, Diamond Geezer. Thank you, SJ Almighty. Good to see you, bro. Morgan Ray with a $5.50 Canadian says, preach as preach. Thank you. And SJ Almighty also gifted 5 memberships to the stream. Thank you, SJ Almighty, for those 5 gifted memberships as well, man. Thank you, thank you. Dirus with a $5 says, yet in Temple of Doom, Indy recovered a holy item, which he then gave back to the villagers it was stolen from. Dirus, you're doing Dirus. You're unfortunately doing this crazy thing where you're trying to make sense, or you're trying to make some sense of what these woke fucking assholes are trying to do with franchises today. Don't even bother, mate. Don't even bother. They'll just drag you down to their retarded level. Pirate Queen has been a sorcerer for 23 months. Says, love you, Az. Your hard work's paying off. You're looking good. Look, folks. I appreciate the compliments. I appreciate the comments. I've got to lose half my body weight just so I can be called fat. Okay? I got a long way to go. I got a long way to go just so somebody looks at me and goes, look at that fat bastard. It's a start. It's like here, all the weight's going from here. That's it. That's it. Just here and here. Everything else done out. It's all fallen down there. Just down there. So yeah, I've lost weight there. I've lost 12 kilograms there. That's a little bit here, little bit, not much, little bit there, fat face, and then 12 kilograms there. Everything else down there, like a fucking balloon. It's like a fucking hot air balloon gone wrong. It's like a hot air balloon that's the size of a fucking house that somebody's started to try and let down. So it's just all in fucking... You get it. You get it. Martin Ainsclough. No. I've said that wrong, haven't I? Martin Ainsco. I got it right. Martin Ainsco with a 5 Australian. When I played WoW, I had a death knight called Palantir. I was whispered in the game from someone who worked at Palantir, wanting to know why I chose that name. True ghetto stories. Nice. I got it right, Martin, in the end. I got there in the end. I had to think, but I got there in the end. Aaron Wilbur with a $2 says, so Sleeping Beauty is now the never-ending story. No, Sleeping Beauty is now a fucking intersectional feminist. Excuse me? Did you just, like, kiss me to get me awake? I'm gonna have you arrested for rape and stuff? Angry Yeti TV with a $2 says, toasters are inferior to air fryers. I mean, you could do a lot more with an air fryer, admittedly. But can you toast bread with an air fryer? Huh? No. Jonathan Aldridge with a £10 says, hi, as I saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, my date thought it was the film, thought the film was darker than the previous one. I thought it was a good film, but at certain scenes I questioned certain things that happened. I think it was definitely the darkest. I think it's definitely the darkest. like I said, it was an odd one. It's again, it's what's the word I'm looking for? Tone. Its tone was all over the place. It really was. But that's just Marvel's problem. It doesn't let anything sit anymore. They don't let things sit. Have it. If you want an impactful scene, have it sit. Don't undercut it with, oh look, Mantis is being a retard again. I don't. It didn't work for me. I've been into it. It didn't work for me. It didn't work. Woke Troll with a $10. As how much to get you to review the rest of Gotham Knights? $5,000 cash in non-sequential bills. Sandy Q with a 5 gifted membership. Sandy, thank you. Appreciate you. Jay Wan with a £2 says, defend the BBC Corporation and fund the real BBC on YouTube. I think that's meant to say defund. I think that's meant to say defund the BBC not defend. Or maybe. And fund the real BBC on YouTube. Yeah, definitely fund the real BBC on YouTube. Hey, by the way, folks, so I got good news. The real BBC just got renewed for continuing episodes going forward. Because we aren't on any kind of writer's strike. We give you free entertainment on YouTube. Not my problem if you keep hitting the super chat button and membership button because you're fucking awesome. But if you want to watch it, it's there for you free on YouTube every week. Jared Cruz with a $20 says, I was out of town when the city decided to clean the sewers. I didn't have my drains covered. Why? Who doesn't have their drains covered? Who? And came home to stuff splattered up to 8 feet from the drain in the basement and in the kitchen. Who doesn't have their drains covered? Jared, look, first of all, very generous super chat. Second of all, I am legitimately sorry for your shithouse. Literally, shithouse. Number 3, why don't you have your drains? Why? I know you don't. I know you don't, Jared. Mike Phelan with a $5. Good to see you, Mike. The Gatchaman New God Phoenix model is amazing. Pick it up if you can find it. Keep up the good work. It did look, I wouldn't mind one of those. It looked lovely. I do have a Metzco Ken the Eagle Gatchaman statue on pre-order. Gatchaman toy, little toy on pre-order. And I don't know if you let me oh, for fuck's sake. Let me stupid fucking Twitter, here we go. Keep going. Keep going, my son. Keep going, my son. Wait. So close. Wait. So close. Wait. Ooh, so close. Wait. Ooh, so close. So close. Very close. Wait, did I? Oh, that was funny. Come on. Come on. Oh, so close again. Come on. Come on. Come on. Wait, wait. So close. That was another close one. Come on, my son. Gotcha. Or, Mike, you can just have this beauty that I've got. You can just have this beautiful Ken the Eagle statue, which I have. Look at that beautiful statue. That's in my front room. That's my front room ceiling. This is the this is one of those 6-foot cabinets. And then I've got Ken the Eagle on top. Looking all sexy like. Love me, science team. Gotcha, man. Battle of the planets. For us in the West. Boobs. Mark Arsenal with a 5 Canadian 20 says Netflix Cleopatra is Rings of Powers Galadriel. Worst one? Oh, Netflix Cleopatra or Rings of Powers Galadriel. Worst one? Yes. The answer is yes. Angry Yeti with a $2 says bread actually toasts better in an air fryer. Really? Fuck. Okay. You learn something new every day. As somebody who hasn't had bread in 91 days. 91 days without bread, people. That is a long time. That is a long time. Die Dinks with a $2. No message, just $2. Thank you, Die. Mad Dog Gamer with a $5 says top 3 hottest fictional female characters of all time in your opinion. Out of all the FNT, you're my favorite because of your honesty and your big fat mouth. I have definitely got a big fat mouth. Okay. Hottest Tifa. Lara Croft. Catwoman. Tifa, Lara Croft, Catwoman. Bloody hell, Robert! Robert McDonald with a $100 super chat. Small circles, ladies. Small circles. Okay. Hey. Cut that out. Robert McDonald with a $100. Robert, thank you, man. That is monster. That is monster. Glad to hear you. Glad to hear you aren't constipated. Far from it. It can happen a bit on lower carb eating plans. There's a bit for the as estate house deposit. Robert. And what I'm going to do now, $100 in GBP. GBP. Let's see what the current exchange rate is. About £80. Robert, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move from my spending account, from my account where I can spend money. I allow me to spend money. I'm going to shift, make a payment to me in the amount of £80, which is going to go into my mortgage fund. Done. Payment complete, £80. I have transferred £80 from my spending account into my mortgage account, which doesn't get touched. For that suit, because that's what you said on the super. So instead of waiting for that to go through at the end of, June, let's do it now. Let's get in there now. So that will go in and it will clear into the spending account. So there you go. So thank you, Robert. Glad to hear it. It can happen on the... Here's a bit for the As Estate House deposit. It's a lot. It's not a bit. It's a lot. Part of it's for a Toby Carvery roast. Maybe a few Yorkshire puddings. Can't have Yorkshire puddings. Unfortunately, too many is carbs. But I can go to there is a Toby's Carvery not too far from us. And I can go there and I can get the meats and some vegetables. So I'll do that. I'll do that the next time I go to the gym with my mate. Well, his gym, because we go to his gym and my gym. When we go to his gym next, we'll stop off at the Toby's afterwards. On you. Thank you, Robert. Die Dinks with a £5 says, watched the 4K of the Maltese Falcon a week back. Utter cinematic perfection. I haven't seen that in a long time. But I can remember. I used to love that type of film. Used to love it. Love it. Jason J with a $1.50 hot dog super sticker. And Die Dinks with a £25. By the way, there it is. Boom. Hi. Thank you, Jason. And then Die Dinks with another £25 as add this to the house deposit fund. I'll do that now. I'll do that right now. I'll do it again. I'll do it just like I did with Robert. I'll do it right now. Let's go to the spending account. Make a payment to me, to my mortgage account, the amount of £25. Even though YouTube take their 30%, I don't care. I put £25 in. It's a good excuse for me to pull the thumb out. There you go. Done. Let's go to my mortgage account. Both of them have cleared. The £80 and the 25, they've gone straight in. Immediate. My bank's good like that. My bank is good like that. It does transfer immediately. Jonathan Aldridge with a £10 says, I love Toby Carvery. What I can't eat anymore is the extra large version of a Toby Carvery roast. Well, the last time that I went to Toby Carvery, when I just had the meat and the veg, I couldn't eat it all. I was really surprised. I couldn't eat it all. I was like, shit. So I went with the double meat because I wasn't having the carbs. I wasn't having the mashed potatoes, the beautiful chips. God, I'm fucking salivating talking about it. I went for the double meat with the veg. I think some carrots, some cauliflower. Got cauliflower cheese. So I can have some meat, some cauliflower cheese, some carrots, some peas. Sorry, I am dripping out my mouth. Deb Green has become a member at the Bard level. Deb, thank you very much indeed. And the final one Woke Troll with a $20. This is to feed your toy habit as. If you insist. If you insist. Everybody, massive thank you for watching this Super Chat Square-Up. And again, you've been way too generous on the Super Chat Square-Up, which is what you... I'm not even going to try and tell you off. You never listen to me. You never listen to me. And I love you for it, but you never listen to me. I will be back in an hour and 20 minutes with Sunday Fun Day, myself, Jane Theory, X-Ray Girl, and QBG, Quarter Black Garrett. We will be doing 4-player Generation Zero together, which should be really good time. Until then, massive thank you to everyone who came to watch today. Massive thank you to everybody who super chatted or membered on Tuesday on the Real BBC and allowed me to catch up today. Thank you so much for supporting. Mods, thank you so much indeed for your time and effort. Everybody today who super chatted, everyone today who membered, remembered, gifted members, thank you so much indeed again for support. I'll be back in an hour and 20 minutes from now. I'll be setting up the stream in a second. Until then, you take care. Bye for now.